Gotta make my speaker work. Think I made a wrong turn back there somewhere. Okay, you look cute. Hey y'all. Hey. I'm going to give a couple minutes to see if anybody come in here, and then I'm gonna just do my thing. Cause I don't plan on being in here that damn long. So see, it's one person in here. And they're gone. Hey, Cree. How you been, honey? Can you hear me? I just want to make sure that y'all can hear me because I don't have no speaker. So I just want to make sure y'all can hear me good. Put in the chat if you can hear me. Y'all, I'm lighting a cinnamon stick. This is not a, this is a cinnamon stick. Cinnamon stick pulls in abundance, okay? It pulls in abundance. So I'm like me, a cinnamon stick. Okay, good. Yes! So this is my I went live before. And I was on a different platform when I went live, and I was going live with the Women of Alignment. But this is my very first time just doing a organized live with myself. And I'm really excited about it because I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone in a way. I usually do videos, But I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone because that's what it's all about, right? That's what we're doing in this new year. We stepping outside of our comfort zone. We walking into our greatness. We're being great. We're walking in our authenticity, baby. You know what I mean? Like we're doing us, and it's a wonderful feeling. The crazy thing about when you do things that's outside of your comfort zone is the build up to it is the worst. You just feel so much anxiety, so much nerves. But if you are walking in your gift, if you are walking in what is true to you and you doing what is in your passion, eventually those nerves just fly right on away. But you have to allow yourself that moment to trust that who you are, what you feel that you're brought here to do, you have to trust that. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about is honoring yourself, honoring what you know, or honoring that you know who you are, despite what everybody got to say about you, despite what you think your failures are, despite what everybody else is doing. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust in your passion. You have to trust in your gifts. And once you do that, everything else falls into place. Everything else kind of balances itself out. Of course, we have our rocky moments. You know what I mean? Of course, we have those moments where we're unsure about things. Of course, we have those moments where we're questioning everything. But at the end of the day, when you're walking in your gift, that shit feel good in your guts. Okay? Your solar plexus be popping. When you are walking in your gift, you feel confident. And while you may question some things, but you feel sure about it. So, as I get into this little conversation, I want to lead with that. As you're making plans on accomplishing things this year, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your spirit. Trust your inner self. Trust your oversoul. Trust your higher source. Trust your passion, man. Trust your creativity. Trust your mind. Like, y'all just don't understand. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead with how many minutes I've been. Okay, this is cool. All right, y'all. So welcome to She Sound Off, y'all. First, I want to tell you to subscribe, like the video. When you like our videos on YouTube, it helps the algorithm push your shit out. And I got goals for my channel. So I'm really going to be very intentional about my channel. And so for the end of this month, my goal is to hit 500 subscribers, and I'm going to put intention and work behind that. I'm going to use exactly what I have and exactly where I am in this moment, and I'm going to just rock this shit out. But 500 subs, I can get there if y'all help me, so like the video, subscribe, put your notifications on so you will know when I'm going live or when I'm doing uploading my other videos. Okay, so your girl done graduated. I'm doing live. Okay, so I'm kind of excited, y'all. Sorry, and I'm a little hip on this wine. So y'all who know me know how I am. Anyway, so let's get into this message and let's get the preliminaries out the way. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this late, because I'm not going to always do my lives this late, but one of the reasons why I wanted to do this live a little later in the evening is because I wanted to talk about this new moon in this new year. Okay, the first new moon in 2024. It's the beginning. All my Cap heads, Capricorn head asses. Okay, one of my Capricorn head asses is right here, my best friend. Hey, Jazz. But this new moon is in Capricorn, and the energy that is surrounding this new moon is discipline, and it's fitting because, like, what everybody do at the beginning of the year, we set goals, we set intentions, and so the energy behind this new moon, the way that you can harness this in the best way is to understand that you're going to feel more disciplined in the things that you do. You're going to feel more structure. You're going to either, if you don't feel structure, you're going to want to structure your life, your finances, your relationships. All of that shit needs structure. That's one of the places where I'm a little weak is in my structure, because I'm a go with the flow type of person. So there's going to be the structure, determination. The energy is determination behind this Capricorn new moon in this new year, y'all. And it's so dope. You're going to have a relentless need to literally accomplish your goals. You're going to have a relentless need to mend those relationships, to let go of things that ain't no longer serving you, to step it up. There's going to be this relentless need with the energy behind this new moon that's in Capricorn to really set yourself up to win, right? So productivity is what it's about. And you're going to be finding yourself being productive more and more and more. Of course, just like there's an upside, there's a downside. You want to be really careful. And I have to remind myself of this all the freaking time. Slow down and be careful, because you can easily burn out. When the energy is all about going and doing and going and doing, we forget that productivity also means to rest. You are productive when you're resting as well. You are productive when you are allowing the flow. You are productive when you are planning, but also setting things aside to allow them to happen. When we plant seeds, y'all, when you're planting and you plant a seed, you can't just keep digging at that bitch. You have to plant that seed and you have to let it sit for a minute. You have to tend to it. You have to water it. You have to make sure it gets getting the sun. You have to make sure it's doing what it's doing, how it's doing. Right? And so that's the same as with your productivity. When you're working on yourself, you're working on your goals, your relationships, your healing, all that good stuff. You want to do the productivity. You want to do the work. And you want to allow it. What was that? Child. What was that? Misty ass. Oh, y'all, that just scared the hell out of me. Anyway, see what life do to you? Like, you be in the flow doing things, and then boom, there you go, something hit you. So anyway, what I was saying was, do not burn out quickly. Allow yourself to rest and allow yourself to pace yourself with whatever it is that you're doing, y'all. And again, so I'm not an astrologer. I don't study astrology. I don't study numerology, but I'm a person who loves to be know what I got going on in my life. I love to, be aware of the things that I got going on. And so this new moon is going to be 1/11. The beginning. One is the beginning of everything, y'all. And so keep that in mind. We are beginning to harness these dreams. We are beginning to harness the energy of starting new. Ain't nothing like, think of like a new pair of shoes or a new outfit or a new hairdo, or when you get something new, it feels good. And that's the energy behind this new moon, y'all. It's gonna feel good if you use it to your advantage. It's here for us. Now spiritual want to wake up. It's here for us. Let's use it to our advantage, right? And some of the things that you can do, especially in the morning, because you're going to feel the energy when you first wake up in the morning. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to meditate, and you're going to want to like do some journaling. You're going to want to put your mind in a place, in a relaxed place. Y'all have no idea the shit that's going on in my background right now. It's so retarded. That's why I had to have my wine when I was doing this, because I already knew what the hell was about to happen. Let me see if I can pause this. Y'all, I don't even know how to pause the live. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. My bag. If you hear baby in the background, don't pay no attention. All right. So journaling is going to be one thing that you can do. Probably you want to do that like later on in the day. But when you first wake up in the morning, set your intentions. Jesus. Can y'all hear spiritual crying? If you can hear spiritual crying, put a message in the comments. If you cannot hear her crying, then I'm gonna keep on moving. But if you can hear her crying, let me know. Whew. Mm. Child, you think somebody is really harming her? She don't want to hear Gracie Corner. She want a booby. Girl, she don't want to hear no damn Gracie Corner. And I'm over here drinking wine, and then, child, help me, Tom Cruise. All right. The show must go on. All right, y'all. So in the morning when you get up, you want to make sure that you meditate, set your intentions for this new moon. Oh my God, I can't. Oh, I had it on mute, Johnny. This is my life right now. Now she wants y'all to see her feet. Bruh. You gonna say something? No? All right. So anyway, I guess this is what it is, baby. Me and Spirit are doing this together. Yeah. No. All right. So back to it. I'm over here sweating. All right, so back to it, y'all. When you get up in the morning, you want to meditate. You want to set your intentions on the day and understand that we're going to be in the energy of that productivity. So keep that in mind as you're going through your day. After you have a moment to yourself, do some journaling. One of the biggest things that I used to do that I'm going to get back to doing is my journal prompts with my visualization. And what I used to do is I'll be in meditation and then I'll be, thinking about the life that I want to have, the life that I am currently manifesting, and then I would journal it as I'm meditating. That's called scribing. So I would scribe, I would visualize, I would do some journaling and stuff like that. If you're not into journaling, do voice notes. Every phone got voice notes. I've actually the other day I did a voice note on my phone, and uh, I'm gonna put it on my YouTube channel. And it's so crazy, y'all, because it's called Conversations with Money. And this is the way that I heal my money energy, because I have a I'm in a weird space when it comes down to my money energy, because for the longest of time I didn't even understand that money is energy just like anything else, and anything that is energy can be anything that's energy. I gotta put this up, but anything that is energy, it can be transmuted, right? All right, y'all. So now I might be able to get to it because now she got a boob in her mouth. Okay. So yeah, listen, there's so much information I can give you surrounding this new moon, the new moon in the new year that's in Capricorn, but do a little bit of research on your own and make sure, y'all, that you take advantage of this new moon, because it is ours. It is here, and it will work for you if you allow it, if you're into that sort of thing. So, all right, let's get into the whole point of this live. Let's talk about it. Let's get it through it. All right. So, first of all, the intentions that I have for this live, other than to talk about the new moon, is I want to talk about all things new. What am I going to do coming up in this new year? What are you going to do? What are some things that we can do collectively as we're coming up into this new year, right? Um, but before I get into that, let's talk about the lessons. Let's do some reflecting on 2023. And it's really befitting to do reflection because it helps you pull out the lessons that you were supposed to learn in the previous year. A lot of times we be so busy in our head just trying to get through. We're in survivor mode. We just want to get through something. We want to get to the next, that we often forget that reflection is important. And it's not meant to trigger. You don't go back to think about some shit that happened to you so you can feel triggered by it, so you can be back in that mindset how you felt. No, no, no. Reflection is only meant for you to pull the lessons out of it. I don't know how many times, y'all, that I have been so busy in survival mode, that I have been so busy just trying to figure shit out, that I literally didn't even catch the lesson. And I had to go through it over and over and over. And that's life. Literally, we go through moments and situations, and it's a repeated situation, it's a repeated lesson until we actually learn it. Sometimes you go through so much in a lifetime that you come back in the next lifetime and you're your ass learning the same lesson because you ain't even get it in this lifetime. So reflection is really important. One of the lessons that I'm taking away from 2023 is to honor my inner self, honor my inner voice, honor my knowing. Y'all, last year was a doozy for me. And just in all intentions of transparency, um I kind of hit one of the lowest points of my, I ain't gonna say of my life last year, but last year was real, it was real challenging for me. Look at her hand creeping. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, it was kind of tough for me last year. Um, I lost some people in my life that I really trusted, that I really loved, and the love don't leave. Like I'm very loyal and I love for real. And so when I say I love you, I really do love you. No matter what happens between us in our relationship, it's real love there. You know what I mean? But one of the reasons why I got caught up in the situation that I was in with those people was because I didn't honor my inner voice. I heard it telling me that I should go left. I heard it giving me exact, specific instruction on what I should do, and I didn't listen. You know, the knowing of me understanding if I see a person move in a certain way, this is who that person is. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we are so anxious to be around other people to attract our tribe. We are so anxious to just have to be in that collective that we don't even watch the signs or listen to the signs. And that's in friendships, that's in romantic relationships, that's in all kind of relationship, business relationships. You have people that go into business and you didn't fuck the whole situation up. You know what I'm saying? Like you like, damn, how did I even end up here? But you know that there was so many signs that told you that you should have left that person, that business, that situation where it was, but you didn't want to do that. And that was a big lesson that I took from last year. You know what I'm saying? When my inner voice speaks, I need to honor that. I need to listen to that. And I need to freaking respect that shit. You know, when you're in business, all money ain't good money. No matter how many turns or losses or L's you think you got to take, understand that, you know, nothing is never a loss. And that's another thing, y'all. I had to also learn that everything works for you. And we don't know that in a moment because we feel like we're taking an L, but that L is really your win because if you don't, okay, you're in a situation, right? And you're looking at it as a loss. So you're like, if I do this, I'm going to lose. But if you let this thing go that God is telling you to let go, that your spirit, that your higher self is telling you to let go, right around the corner, I got something even better for you. But because you're so caught up in what you think you should be doing, you're not even knowing that God got something even better, even greater, even bigger that's going to yield way better fucking results and success. But our mind is always in survival mode. I was in survival mode all year last year, and I couldn't figure out how to get out. And one of the things that I learned is I needed to honor my inner voice. Hey, yo, I'm cold when it comes down to my intuition. I ain't even gonna lie. But there are so many times, especially when it comes down to relationships, that I just want to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like if you do that, let me know. I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt. What that did is left me feeling uh what's the word I'm looking for? I felt like after that relationship, that friendship ended, I felt like everybody was against me, right? I kind of played victim in the situation. And that's going to bring me into the other lesson that I'm going to talk about, which is accountability. I knew who this person was, I knew what the situation was about. I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and not listen to my inner voice. That left me feeling like I was screwed in the long run. That was a proper lesson for me. That was a proper lesson. Then what I did was, and this is me being transparent, y'all, I played victim. I wanted to act like I had no control over the situation. I wanted to act like it was all the other person's fault and none of it was me. When I knew what I knew, my knowing that I just said, honor my knowing, I knew what the right from the wrong. I knew if you move like this with this person, you move like that with that person. I knew it from, I knew them closely, but I still didn't honor it. And so The other lesson that came in was accountability. I didn't even, y'all, I thought I used to take accountability for my actions, for everything. I thought I took accountability, but I was never taking accountability because even though I said, yeah, I gotta, I gotta deal with the consequences. I really wasn't dealing with the consequences because deep down inside, see, we want to talk a lot of shit. We want to say this and say that, but really deep down inside, your vibrations is telling a whole different story. And my vibrations, even though I would say, oh, I take accountability, I really wasn't. I was feeling wronged on the inside. That's not taking accountability. For me, taking accountability in that moment was to say, you knew you should have honored yourself. Y'all, I saw this post today, and it said, it hit me like a ton of bricks. It says, you're not depressed, you're disobedient. You're not depressed. You are disobedient. You are disobedient to your higher power. You are disobedient to God. You are disobedient to yourself. You are disobedient to your to your inner self, your oversoul. You are being disobedient to what you fucking do, to what you know you should be doing. Okay? You're not lost. You're not depressed. You're not failing. You're not confused. You're none of that. You're none of that. Because if you literally listen to that inner voice, everything will start lining up correctly. When I started listening to that inner voice and I finally stood up for myself and I finally took accountability and said, listen, you did this. You allowed these situations and these people, even though you knew it wasn't right, even though you knew that you should have listened to the signs, you should have honored that, you did this. And that goes back into so many different situations. I can't even countless of situations, y'all. When I realized that I wasn't really taking accountability, that I was playing victim, I started going back into so many different situations, and it literally changed the dynamic of my life because now I'm able to properly analyze my shit. I'm able to properly look at myself. Now it's not about what people have done to me. It's not about that anymore. I was bitter. I was walking around a bitter woman and I didn't even realize it. It's so many people walking around bitter and don't even know it. It's crazy. I was very bitter. And I blamed everybody else and and it had to stop. Once it stopped, that's when things in my life started to make more sense. That's when I started to receive a lot of clarity that I have in this moment, So those are two. There's many more, y'all. There's many more lessons. I want to bring that up because as we're getting into this new year, y'all, go ahead and do some reflection. I don't know if you have done it, but do some reflecting. Write that shit down. What are some things that you look back on that you didn't feel like it was successful, that you felt like you could have done differently? Pull that out and honor that lesson. Take heed to that lesson. Because if you don't, you're going to go through it 2024. We're not doing that. We don't want to keep doing that. We don't want to keep going through the same stuff over and over and over. That's that. I used to feel like every time I take 2 steps up, I get knocked down 2 steps or 2, 3 steps or whatever. That saying. How come it seemed like every time, y'all, I used to cry to my friends, they got tired of me because I'm not this woman. I'm always the one that pick everybody up, but I couldn't get a hold of myself. And I was in this place like every time I take 2 steps forward, I get knocked down 2 or 3 steps. That was the accountability, And so don't walk around bitter. Go back and analyze those situations and really, really ask yourself, what part did I play in this shit? What could I have done differently? And when that situation comes back around, because lessons, the way that we are, I don't want to say tested, the way that the universe helps us understand that we have grown past, evolved, ascended past a situations, it's us to be in it again. You ask for patience, you're going to be placed in the situations where you're going to need to practice patience. You see what I'm going with this? So whatever that lesson was, oh honey, I'm going to be tested again. I'm going to have fake ass people come around me again. I'm going to have situations where I have to hold myself accountable, where I have to really be honest with myself and look at myself, reflect on who I am, look in the freaking mirror. I'm going to have to do some deep shadow work. I'm going to have to, it hurts when you have to really take a cold look at yourself. It hurts because nobody want to be like, damn, I'm the reason. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to hold a candle up to themselves and really look at that, or look at themselves in the mirror and be that reflection. Y'all look at her. Anyway, so go ahead and do that. Do y'all reflecting. And so, what am I bringing into 2024? What am I bringing into 2024? So, my theme for this year, my intention is consistency no matter what. But what I'm bringing into 2024 is to listen to my intuition, trust my intuition, trust my inner voice. I'm cold when it comes down to it at the end of the day. I believe that I am the most powerful person on this planet. I believe that. At least I try to believe it. I'm working on believing that. If I'm honest, I'm working on believing that I am powerful because for the longest, society, our environment, our adversities has a way of beating us the hell down. You know what I mean? But I'm bringing into, listening to my intuition, no matter what it calls, no matter who don't like it, no matter who, you know, feels any type of way about it. I'm going to listen to my inner self. I'm going to honor my intuition. I'm going to fucking realize that I control my destiny. I control the outcome and the income and the outcome of every situation of my life. I control that, you know, and I give up that control when I compare myself to other people. I give up that control when I don't honor myself, when I don't honor my inner voice. I give up that control when I allow situations to defeat me. I guess you're doing. Now she's smacking her lips. Oh no, no. But I give that control up when I do those things. And so no matter who don't like it, listen, I'm finna walk in my authenticity. I don't care who don't like it. No is a whole sentence. You know what I'm saying? No is a whole sentence. Y'all right? No is a whole sentence. No matter who feel like I should go left, no matter who feel like I should go right, baby, I'm gonna do what feels good to my spirit. I'm gonna do what resonates with me. And it doesn't matter if yeah. Do y'all know one of the biggest anxieties? Do y'all know one of the biggest anxieties that I have in doing YouTube and doing being a speaker? Like I've actually gotten on stage and spoken to hundreds of people before, you know, speeches and things like that. Like I've actually done that. Yeah, spiritual. And one of the biggest things that used to go through my mind is if they're gonna like me. If they're gonna like me. And that used to stop me from doing so many things. Is it good enough for them? Bless you. Are people going to like it? Are people going to buy it? Are people going to watch it? Are people going to share? Like that has been my biggest thing. Because whoever this message is for, you're going to hear it. If you don't hear it now, you're going to hear it later. We have to stop caring about what other people think, how other people will respond, how other people would receive our gifts. If you're really authentically walking in your gift, then it's coming from spirit, it's coming from God, it's coming from your higher source. And it shouldn't matter who's going to receive it. You're on a mission, so to speak, You're doing everything through the graces of God. And I misplaced that fact. I knew it, but I misplaced it, and it's coming back to me now. I don't ever do nothing for nobody else. Y'all, I do my YouTube videos and I motivate people, I inspire people because that's in my heart. That's a passion that I have. I do it without even trying. It makes people feel good. That's a plus. And it makes me feel good. That's a plus plus. And that's all that matters, you know? And so when you do that, when you don't really give a shit about what people think, when you don't care about, the right people are going to come around and they're going to respond the way that, you know, God, you are going to attract when you really being authentic. Let me be real quick. I look back on some of my videos, and while I'm saying a lot, there was so many times where I would do these videos, y'all, honestly. And I would say, write these things down. I would say these things on these videos, and I wasn't bit about living that shit, not even an inch or a second. I wanted it to sound good, but I wasn't getting a response like I wanted, and I couldn't figure out why. Get out of here. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting the response that I desired. And it was because I was walking in unauthenticity. What is the word? Inauthenticity. I was walking in inauthenticity. Johnny, I love you. Thank you for staying, man. But yeah, I was walking in inauthenticity. I was doing it for everybody else but myself. You know what I mean? And so when I started to be true to myself, and it started with little steps. It started with really, really small steps. Look, I don't put it in your mouth. It started with me really like looking at myself and being honest with myself about things. We want to be honest with other people. We want to show up for other people. We want to do all these things for the outside world, but your inside is fucked up. Your inside is trifling. As within, so without. As above, so below. And so my inner self was chaotic, confused, lost, seeking validation on so many levels. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted everybody to understand my mind and my thought process. I wanted everybody that I talked to feel me. Fuck that. I promise y'all, like, I'm in a space in my life where I don't give a fuck who like me. I'm loyal and I'm always be loyal because that's written in my DNA, baby. I don't know how it's to be. So when I fuck up, when I mess up, what you want to do? When I mess up, I'm gonna say I mess up. When I say I'm wrong, I'm gonna really mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna change it. I don't believe in sorries. Sorries is a change behavior, man. So, you know, I'm walking in my authentic self that way. I'm going to experience and I'm going to let it go. You know, I often talk about depression because there are moments where I have these small bouts of depression, these small moments of depression, and they are real, and I honor them. But at the same time, the reason I was having these moments is because I would experience something and I would hold on to it like it's helping me. I would be in these crushing, emotionally crippling situations, and I would hold on to it like it's the life of me. And so moving into 2024, I'm going to experience and I'm going to let go because this life that we're living in, y'all, it's about the experience. It's always going to be about the experience. It's about experiencing the emotion. It's about experiencing people. It's about meeting people in that is attracted to you, your people that's going to teach you lessons. This life is about meeting people that's going to show you who the hell you are, people that's going to challenge you. That's what life is about. But you can't hold on to that. You have to allow it to come, and when it's time to go, let it go. And that's a big thing for me, y'all. Let go of shit that you don't need anymore. If it's not serving you, it's not helping you, if it's not paying your bill, if it's not making you feel good on the inside, then it's time to let it go. And that's one of the big things that I'm bringing into 2024, to experience and let it go. Allow the flow. Allow the flow to happen. Allow it to come. Allow it to go. If I feel like I have to push too hard to get it, then it ain't for me. That's what the flow means. That's what the flow means. If you have to go against the flow of the river, then you're working against yourself. And I didn't realize that. That doesn't mean you got to put in work. That don't mean you could be a lazy ass. What that means is if you are putting your energy towards something and you know deep down in your heart that it isn't working, then you need to let that go. You know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, because this is just a few things that we're not doing that. We are not doing that. You ain't even got on no clothes. You don't care though, do you? Honor your inner voice. If your inner voice is telling you to go for it, go for it. Don't be no punk. Don't be scared. Y'all was so nervous to do this live because I was stepping outside of what I'm usually doing. I was stepping outside of my comfort zone. I was stepping outside of what I knew that I could do. It's not a challenge to do a YouTube video anymore for me. This was a challenge. Because I was worried about, is anybody going to show up? Am I going to mess up? Is everything going to go right? Look at this whole live and you tell me, do I look like I give a damn? Like, I really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And so honor that. Honor your inner voice. Honor your oversoul. Honor yourself. Honor yourself. Honor yourself, y'all. And then, as my girl, the Queen Poe would say, and it is easy. And it is easy. Everything you do is easy. It should be. It is. If you're honoring yourself, right? So that's just a couple things that, I wanted to bring. It is 41 minutes in, and I'm tired. I'm ready to sip my wine. I'm ready to chill, and I feel really good in this moment. A few takeaways is, do not forget that this new moon and this new year, take advantage of it. You can do spiritual baths. You can cleanse your home. It's a new moon, so it's about bringing in the new. Go back and look at those lessons in 2023 as you're going into this new year. What are some things you ain't standing on? Stand on business. Isn't that what the new thing is? They're saying stand on business. That's what Cat Williams did. Cat Williams stood on motherfucking business, and he didn't give a damn what the outcome. He didn't care. He didn't care who was gonna like it. He didn't care the backlash of it. Stand on business. Because y'all, what I learned that no matter what you do, people are going to oppose you no matter what you do. I think that that's their job. To see how strong we are. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to have people that come in our life that's going to oppose us just to test our strength and durability. Durability, that's the word. They're going to test our strength and our durability. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, you have to stand on business, stand strong in what you believe in. Don't fold, don't bend, don't crack. And also, don't be paying attention to what other people doing. Like, pay attention to your own self. I was big with that. Like, I'd be looking at all people's stuff and I'd be like, oh, why my life don't look like that? That made me bitter. Don't do that. Don't be like me. Don't be like the old people. You know what I'm saying? Right. See, even spiritual felt that. Right. Say right. Right, mommy. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are here for the live, Joni, thank you for staying. I love you so much for that. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Pre, for stopping by during the live. And everybody else is going to watch the replay. Everybody else is going to watch this live. If anything that you look at this and take from this, just understand that you have the ability to control and create your own fucking life and your destiny. There's going to be distractions all the time. Focus on you and quit being a scaredy cat. Quit being scary. Start that fucking business. Start the podcast. Start your channel. Okay? Ask that woman to marry you. Quit being a punk. She gonna say yes. You know what I'm saying? Daddy. Right. Also, if you are watching this, y'all, I started my Patreon. I'm going to put my Patreon information in the description. Go to my Patreon, y'all. I am building that baby up, and I'm so proud of it. That's my little baby. That Patreon is smaller than this baby right here, and I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. So, men and women, I got so many things planned for us in my Patreon, y'all. But for right now, I'm just focusing on consistency. I'm focusing on everybody, all of my members in my Patreon. I just want them to trust that this is something that they can depend on. The information, the consistency, just me showing up, and the inspirational mentor that I am, I'm going to walk in that. Stop, girl. I'm going to walk in that. So join my Patreon, subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, She Sound Off, y'all. And until next time, remember self-preservation is the first law of nature. Love yourself before you love anything and anybody else in this world. And also remember to lead with your heart chakra, and everything else will for sure follow. Lead with your heart. Love is the highest frequency on this planet. Love is the highest frequency on this planet. Everything begins with love and ends with love, even though we might not know it. All babies know it's love. All right, y'all. So until next time, say bye bye. Look, say bye. Bye bye. No, she got an attitude problem. All right, y'all. I love you.